Hi everybody and welcome to I Can View This All Day. We are fresh on the excitement of X-Men 97 and I thought it would be interesting to jump back in time and look at the first real proper animated X-Men cartoon that came out in 1989, which was of course Pryde of the X-Men. Now this was a pilot for a new X-Men show that went nowhere because Marvel got into financial difficulties and basically bollocksed it up. It's only 20 odd minutes long. What did you think?
I just find this entire thing absolutely fascinating. I was really impressed by this. I think for 1989, the animation quality is stunning. Like particularly, I think Magneto, like the designs across the board are excellent. I think like the action is quite good. I'm surprised this never went anywhere. Like that they didn't decide to pick this up. This could have been a moneymaker for them.
I've never seen this. This is my first time watching this cartoon. This is on the back of a deal that Marvel made with a production company that produced things like the original Fantastic Four cartoon in '78, the Spider-Woman cartoon, Spider-Man is amazing, friends. God, I love that. Did you ever watch that?
I've seen bits of it. I don't like the choice of friends in it, to be honest. Iceman and Firestorm or whatever.
For fuck's sake, Firestorm, Firestar.
Oh, my apologies.
So I've got great memories of that, and then they put it on Disney Plus a little while ago, and my God, it's dog shit.
Oh, dog shit.
I mean,
absolutely,
it's awful. But anyway, there was that cartoon, and there was the Hulk 82 cartoon and things like that. So it was kind of that stable. But this cartoon, this Pryde of the X-Men, ended that kind of animated universe because Marvel got into financial difficulties. But we did get the proper X-Men cartoon a few years later. But I'd never seen this before, and I was like you, I think, probably more blown away by the animation and the artwork in it than anything else. It was friggin' beautiful to look at.
It was awesome. I love the work of shadows, like the shadow work in it. Like Magneto's helmet kind of drapes over his eyes. I thought that was a really striking look, you know. That was cool.
Magneto's helmet. Yeah.
I do like Magneto's helmet. Not a fan of the fact that he's not wearing gloves, to be honest. Like, I think, yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't move past the nice purple helmet comment you're making. You love Magneto's purple helmet.
Of course, yeah.
Sorry, move on, yeah.
I think, like, you know, Nightcrawler, you know, his look with I think the kind of the eye work there is really cool as well, you know. And as much as I love the 90s X-Men style, I think this one has a lot of charm to it as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think this is a really beautiful, excellent rendered cartoon, and I'm slightly surprised it didn't go anywhere too. But well, I'm saying that it did go somewhere. It got an arcade machine out of it. Do you remember the arcade machine?
Oh, that is based on this, isn't it? Yeah. I also love the theme song. X-Men, this day.
I love it as well. Yeah, I love it. What did you think of the storyline to this?
It's interesting. I think there's a lot of parallels with some stuff later. I'm sure it's a coincidence, but like Magneto in a truck on a highway getting stopped by a female sidekick that's X-Men 3, isn't it? You know, there's a sequence exactly like that in that. I love that it goes all out here. They go to space. There's a sequence in space. I thought that was really fun. It's silly, obviously, you know, but X-Men is kind of silly. But I enjoyed this. I think it's sad that we never got to see like other, like in this style, other X-Men stories adapted, you know.
Yeah, I completely agree. I would have liked to have seen more in this universe. The storyline is silly, but it's typical cartoons, and we've always got to remember, haven't we, that we're viewing it now with an adult. Well, I'm an adult, you're a child, but an adult kind of take on things. And, you know, it was a simpler time back then. That said, the use of the word terrorist seems really prominent in this.
There's like terrorist references to people being killed, or I want to kill you, and that's sort of took me out of it. I was like, whoa. I was like surprised, you know, you didn't really see that at the time in animation, you know.
And then, of course, we get good old Prof X recruiting Kitty Pryde to the X team. He's not that worried about child endangerment, Prof X, is he? Do you know what I mean?
He runs a school and trains them to fight, you know. It's
yeah. Kitty, interestingly in this, is kind of a damsel in distress to start with. I think she gets her moment at the end, but at first she's kind of a running around kind of screamy type thing, which I thought was an interesting choice for that particular character.
I like her hair. The 80s style was pretty cool. I enjoyed that.
Okay, haircuts. I have to say I didn't pay much attention to the hair.
No, I'm also a fan of Professor X's design in this. I like the turtleneck.
He rocks the turtleneck. He's also, but I mean, disappointingly, Prof X is a lying prick, isn't he? So on this, he's a sham of a man. I mean, he's basically had these poor ex-blokes and women running around after him for years, playing the disability card. Because quite clearly, when he's put on the table at the end, he sits up, And then he moves his legs, he moves his knees.
Doesn't he actually? Yeah.
The lying bastard. He's just after a disability payout, him.
What a lazy
Hey,
trash, huh?
prick,
Terrible.
honestly.
Yeah.
And he's bald. The other thing I wanted to talk about in this is the voice cast. What the shit is going on with Wolverine?
I think it's kind of prophetic that, an Australian actor went on to play him. But yeah, fascinating.
But he's well known as a Canadian. I mean, it's his big part of his background. And
I mean, Blade was British, back in the day, and they kind of changed that in the Spider-Man animated series, and then obviously Wesley Snipes.
you can't tell me, Mr. Keegan, that when you watched this, the first time Logan spoke, you thought, whoa.
Oh, it's shockingly bad. It's horrendous. Like one of the worst Australian accents. Like, oh, she's not going to be on the team, is she? So bad.
Wolverine's meant to be a bit of an arse, but he is a proper arse in this, isn't he?
And he doesn't come around by the end either. I love that. He's just like, yeah, well, she's still not an X-Man.
I love seeing Colossus in action, man. I love that big steel guy.
It's weird that when he transforms into Colossus, his clothes change into the costume. I thought that was a bit strange.
Yeah. I mean, in Marvel, we get away with that, don't we, by just saying, unstable molecule. Everything's an unstable molecule these days.
Or nanomachines or whatever. Yeah.
Overall, I thought this was a pretty strong cartoon, and I'm pleased we've gone back and watched it. And I have to say, I don't think this is any better or worse than some of the current stuff that we're seeing, to be honest. It works.
100%. I just have a few miscellaneous notes, Peter, if you would
I will
allow
indulge
me.
you on this occasion.
Cyclops' voice is a bit gruff, I felt.
Bit gruff.
Yeah, it's a bit too harsh. I wasn't a fan of that. He also shoots a laser through a space helmet. How does that work?
Mutant. Unstable molecules, mate.
Exactly. I was a fan of the Stan Lee voiceover.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. Like, he introduced and it was kind of throughout the thing. You got little Stan Lee bits. I thought that was really fun.
I have to say, I get a little bit excited every time I hear Stan's voice in one of these old cartoons.
Yeah. I love how Magneto just bitch slaps the little dragon like 4 times in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just proper smacks the thing around. I thought that was great. Toad. Love a bit of Toad in this.
Tremendous. And the voice for Toad is superb.
Hold on, I think I like the design as well, the jester kind of look, And then I think the anti-mutant talk in this was a bit harsh. Like there's a bit where they rescue a family and the family's like, please help, right? And then they rescue them and like, get away from us, you filthy mutants. It's like, hey, come on. There's no good people in this at all. No good human beings. And that's possibly reflective of the real world, I think, too.
No good humans in the world. What a lovely way to end the show. Join us next time when we're going to be talking about this.
It's Prof.